right, who's out there? My wife is here today to help me with the chat. What questions do you guys have? It's going to be a goofy lighting day. Why do I look black and white? Heck. Look really weird. A little better. I look weird. The shirt. Whatever. Wow, we went to 0 viewers. Oh, there we go. Still looks funky. Whatever. Alright, who's out there? Who's got questions? Pythagorean Theorem. What about Pythagorean Theorem? 777? What about it? Wow. The lighting is way off today. Question 2. Okay. Alright. I gotta get over the fact that lighting's off today. I don't know why. Okay. Alright. So, question 2. We're going to do this at 2:36. Man, I just woke up from a nap. Eyes are having a hard time focusing. Alright, here we go. Let's see. It says rectangle, blah, blah, blah. We have 4 points. The image of the rectangle is that. What is the mapping? Okay, so we have point A, which is 1, 2. That's going to map to something, which will be x plus, let's call it a, and y plus b, just because. And then it's going to come out to a prime, which is simply -1 and 5. So this is how you do it for each of the points. Set it up this way and solve, but the mapping should be the same, and we'll check them after we're done with this. All right, so basically what this says is if I put 1 in here for x, I get 1 plus a equals -1. Well, then if I just subtract 1 from both sides, I get a equals -2. So this equation should become x minus 2. Because if I do 1 minus 2, that'll give me -1. So we do the same thing for this. We have 2 for my y plus b equals 5. Subtract 2 from both sides, and I get b equals 3. So this should be y plus 3, because 2 plus 3 gives me 5. All right, now let's just check it for the other points. So if I have b, which is 6, 2, and it maps, I'm saying, to x minus 2, y plus 3, my b prime, without me looking at the paper, should be 6 minus 2, which is 4, and 2 plus 3, which is 5. And if I look at b prime, I have 4, 5. So if we do that for C, C is 6, 10. It maps to x minus 2, y plus 3. My C prime, without looking at the paper, should be, let's see, 6 minus 2 is 4, and 10 plus 3 is 13. So C prime is, did I write it wrong? Oh, I think I have a typo. Yeah, if I remember right, that's a typo. C prime should be 413. And then D is 110. same idea, x minus 2, y plus 3 should give me d prime. So this should give me negative 1 and 13, which is negative 1, 13. C prime has a typo, it should be 4, 13. But yeah, that's how all you do to solve that. All right, what else? All right, what else? What else? What else? I think you got 1b wrong. Not on Pythagorean theorem. On the Pythagorean theorem one, c equals 6. On which problem? Four. You said you got 6? Yeah, it's definitely not 6. Well, it's not 3, 5, 6. Let's just do it real quick. So we have a triangle. 7, 6. We have a triangle which is 3, 5, and then c. The units doesn't matter. From here we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. You have to remember your a and your b are your legs, so let's call this a, let's call this b. So my c is my c. So I do 3 squared plus 5 squared equals 25 plus 9 is 36. Yeah, it's 6. C squared, this gives me 9 plus 25 equals c squared. 9 plus 25 is 34. You added wrong. Equals c squared. Then you take the square root of 34 equals c plus or minus, because you have to put the plus or minus in front of the square root. And then from there, decide is it positive or negative, because it's a length that's positive. You added 11 here. 9 plus 25, I almost fell for the same thing, thinking it's 36, it's 34. 34 doesn't break down because it only has 2 and 17, so your exact answer is the square root of 34. So yeah, you probably made a mistake on this step right here when you added. And then if you want a decimal approximation, just throw that in the calculator. Yeah, I think that was, you probably just made a silly mistake that even I make on the stream, is basic addition. What else? What else? What else? Oh. Oh, boy. Man, I just woke up from a nap. It was a good nap, too. Who else is in here besides you? 2 people. Man. Man, sometimes you just can't help it when you take a nap when you get tired. You can't help it, especially when it's boring. You got the iPad?
Oh, I don't know.
It's on the coffee table. Can't open the door all the way, Goober. It's on the coffee table. The couch table, my bad. Man, I was just so tired. I just couldn't do it. Yeah, see, I'm driving most of the time, so I don't nap in the car.
No, I think that's fine. What'd you...
Pretzel chips.
Crisps. Crisps.
That's weird. From where?
Target.
From Target? Target?
Yeah, Target. There's an H.
Well, my wife decided to show up for the first time for the stream this week.
I've been busy. I actually do have to physically go to work. Granted, may albeit one day a week.
Coda, we're over here.
Oh, right now, when I was just coming back inside, I was like, come on, Coda, let's go. And he went to the chair like I was still sitting there. Oh, and I'm supposed to correct you. If I have glaucoma, cataracts.
Oh yeah, he has cataracts. My bad. Also, I do think I got question 3 wrong. Yeah, probably. I was looking at 3. I was trying to remember the triangle proportionality theorem. So let's see if I can remember this. So we have a right triangle that has an altitude drawn in. That's a right triangle. This is 12. This is 8. And this is x. Okay, let's see if I can remember the pattern. I'm going to put labels on these points to make life easier. And I want to break this down into 3 triangles. So yeah, we've got a triangle, and I'm going to draw 3 triangles like this. Okay, because I have 3 triangles here. So I want to start at the first one, and I'm going to go towards the 90-degree angle, A, B, C. So A, B, C. That's the big triangle, A, B, C. So the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to do C, D, B. So C, D, B. And then I'm going to repeat B, D, A. No, wait. Wrong pattern. What the heck just happened? Oh, storms. Oh, never mind. All right, so then we repeat from the same number. We go to the 90 degree. A, D, B. There we go. I do remember this pattern. A, D, B. We repeat from B, and we go B, D, C. B, D, C. And these are similar triangles. So now what we're going to do is we're going to label everything. If I look AC, I have to do 12 plus 8, which is 20. So AC is 20. All right, do I know BC? I do not. Do I know AB? I do not. All right, AD is 12. Do I know BD? Well, this is X. Do I know AB? AB, I do not. So we come over here, BD. Do I know BD? This is X. And DC, this is 8. Okay, and then here it just simply says solve for the missing variable. So it's saying solving for X. Well, this is similar triangle. So we can set up our proportions. We're going to use this triangle here and this triangle here to set up our proportions. So I'm going to do 12 divided by X, because they're the proportional sides, equals X over 8. So to stay with the same triangle. Larger triangle to a smaller triangle, larger triangle to a smaller triangle. From here we cross multiply, and I get 96 equals X squared. We take the square root. X equals plus or minus the square root of 96. Let's break this down up here. 96, 2 goes into 96, 48 times, 2 goes into 48, 24, 2 goes into 24, 12, 2 and 6, 2 and 3. Look for pairs. So I have 2 pairs of 2. So x is equal plus or minus, I've got 1, this is the first pair, times the second pair. And everything that doesn't have a partner stays underneath, which is 2 times 3. So x equals 4 square root 6. Because it is a length, it's positive instead of negative. So 4 square root 6. It's been a while since I worked one of those. I had to remember the pattern. It's A, B, it's started, pick a point. I could have started at C, but I started at A. I went to the 90-degree angles and down. Now I go back to the point I started at. A, go towards the other 90-degree angle and up. And then just start at that last part where you finished, go towards the 90 degree and back out. That's how you get all your similar triangles.
What was that thing? Go from there.
Oh, that's the hypotenuse. If you go across from the big right angle. Going straight across to the hypotenuse.
Sorry. Yes.
Well, that's good if you got the same thing, because it's been a while since you've done that. To remember how to do it. Oh, I forgot to write the times on that. Finish at 1646. Say it's about 14. All right. Anybody else? What else? What other problems y'all got?
Yeah.
Well, that was the easiest thing in math for you, the triangle proportionality theorem. A lot of people struggle with that, even though it's just a pattern. You watching the stream?
Logged in on your left. Currently logged in.
All right. What other questions?
He has her priority issue. The laptop is.
Oh.
Considering.
Considering what? I feel that struggle with the super simple stuff and get super difficult. You know, it's because, I don't know, maybe because you just think that might be just a lack of focus. Because I mess mistakes up on the really simple stuff too, because I just don't focus on it, but the harder stuff I stay focused on. And it's less likely that I make a mistake on the harder stuff because I'm focused. I think that's just a focus thing, not an actual not knowing what's going on thing.
Right.
Always has been. Hasn't anybody told her that?
No. I was thinking of it.
Any more questions?
I was like, oh, we talking about football because I want to go real quick.
5 people here. What's up, my Lebanese friend? How's the first day of Ramadan going? What? They were excited. All right, 777. That's good. I'm glad I was able to help you this week. I know you had a bunch of questions. Hopefully I get you caught up so you stay caught up. Went great. Ugh. Questions, guys. Questions.
Alex.
My wife's just carrying on a conversation over there with our daughter. They're just walking Tyson.
My corona keeps me at my crap in some clothes are just thrown onto the back of the car.
Can't say that.
Well, she knows she can't.
By
the way, out there is 84 degrees in February, 90.
Man, oh man. It's 93 degrees here. Whew. I hate this time of year. My daughter's complaining that it's hot in Louisiana where she's at. 84 degrees.
I'm not saying bad. Bearable sometimes.
Man, I think people just logged on just to watch me do nothing. Hey, does the color look fine on the stream? April, I'm talking to you. Does the color look fine on the stream?
No, because it's dark gray.
I'm talking about me, moron. Yeah, the right there, it looks like I'm more black and white. Yeah, it looks just like that, which is really weird. Play with the coloring.
Yours is at 40%. Oh God, is
Looks a little better. I think it might be the shirt.
Yeah, you're down.
Well, ain't nobody got questions. If nobody has questions, I ain't staying on that long. I've already done like 2-3 questions. Pythagorean Theorem. YT, did you get that sheet done that your teacher gave you? What? I have no idea. I can't even say it. Jot, read, a key, YT.
Oh, YouTube. Just like, oh.
Huh?
How's this like YT?
RT means YouTube.
YT.
Oh, YT.
Hey. Where's when?
Somebody used apostrophe 3 apostrophe and said it was a face.
Duh.
I don't get it.
The apostrophes are the eyes, the 3's the nose.
No, it looks like this.
Yes.
That's not a face.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not a face.
Do you remember the time of T9 technology?
See, I can see this being a face if you could put a smiley face on it. But
Close
that's not,
enough.
no,
It is a face. It's just
close.
somebody has a big old nose.
You could have done colons like that.
That's the old way of doing. Oh my God. He said somebody put an apostrophe. understand why. But then he literally draws almost the same thing. I was like, I can see how that would be a thing.
Coda.
Because he moved.
Come here. Come here. Ready?
Oh, yeah, your mouth is dirty.
Ooh, he's stinky.
It is 93 degrees outside.
Yes, he smells outside.
Yeah, let's sweat.
Smells like outside.
Post Malone's live, so she live stream.
Could have just one up the camera.
I'll trim it.
You can just one up the camera. Oh, is she online right now?
He said that he would up the camera when she.
See, somebody said hi, Coda.
It's with the K.
He didn't like the papers there. He's just chilling. I just got an email. Might as well check my emails.
Oh, Tyson got in trouble.
Why did Tyson get in trouble?
Because Milo
snuggled with
Alex.
Right, I saw that.
Okay. As Alex is Milo.
The camera's too.
My heart.
The camera's too low. You have to like get up and move the camera down, just slightly. Just slightly tilt it. No, just like tilt the whole thing and slightly. No, there you go. Keep going. All right, I'll check my Gmail. Look how cute he is. That's good. You're good. Okay, put it back. All right, Coda, I gotta check my Gmail. Somebody sent me a question.
Oh, so anyway, she was snuggling with Milo, and so she said she didn't close her bedroom door because she didn't think anything of it. So then that she had a spidey sense, and she went and digging through the trash.
Huh? Which problem? Yeah, look, I'll do. Oh no. So you want to factor each expression. Oh, yeah. So I'll do, really, all of them work the same way. So I will do, pick a number 1 through 6. I'll do number 3. I don't want to move him because he's so comfortable and I can't write this far away. No, it's good. Ugh. I can do this. Number 3. All right. There. All right, number 3. 2y a squared plus 1 minus 5 a squared plus 1. And it wants us to factor this. All right, so when we factor, this is actually a GCF problem. We would need to look at it, each individual term, but these terms look different than what you're used to seeing. You're used to seeing a term like 4x. On this a term. Well, that's fine. That's one term. But this is also an entire term here. And this is an entire term here. So we have to look at this whole thing and this whole thing and see what they actually have in common. Well, when we look to see what they have in common, they have the a squared plus 1 in common. So they have this a squared plus 1 is a squared plus 1. So it's going to be like yesterday. We factor out the a squared plus 1. And we divide all of these by a squared plus 1. And see what's left. Well, a squared plus 1 divided by a squared plus 1 is just the number 1. So that only leaves me 2y. And then this minus 5 is minus 5. Because a squared plus 1 and a squared plus 1, when you divide it out, is 1. And now you're fully factored. The key to this, when you have this is part of the step of what I use the AC method of factoring, teaching my students how to factor. This is actually the last step and probably the easiest step to realize. Whenever you want to factor it, whatever this is and this is, that's one of your factors. Y squared minus 5, y squared minus 5. And these things that are exactly the same, that's just one of your other factors. So because both these are the same, that's one factor. And then these outside, which would actually have been a GCF, is your other factor, the 2y minus 5. And that's how you work all the rest of those. Those should take all of about less than a minute once you actually recognize the pattern. So like 1 would be x minus 4 times x plus 1. So that's the last step of the AC method of factoring. So that was just a pattern. Oh, she didn't get to see the cups. Did you tell her we went? Did that help you out, Kate? YT?
Harder one?
No. Because it's just, that one's just practicing that pattern. There's 6 of those, so
1, 2.
No, I haven't done the AC method of factoring this week. Nobody's had to ask. Wow. They haven't gotten there yet. They don't have practice problems.
Just do like A. Or is it AX plus B?
I know what you're talking about. Make a problem real fast. All right, so YT, my wife said, show you the entire AC method of factoring I was talking about. Because that's probably what they're building you up to here, is how to actually factor factors. So I'm going to show you how to actually factor something using the AC method that I show my students. I don't know if your teacher will show it to you this way, but this way my kids love it, and they all have really no problem factoring after a bunch of practice with it. So we have a problem like this, 2x squared minus 5x minus 12. And we want to fully factor it. And that's kind of what you're working on right now. You're factoring a GCF. Well, when I look at this first, at the 2x squared, the 5x, and the 12, there is no GCF, so you can't factor it. So there's this process called the AC method of factoring that will actually allow us to factor, and we'll get down to the point with the problems that you just saw. The AC method of factoring comes from the generic form ax squared plus bx plus c. So my 2 is my A, my negative 5 is my B, and my C is negative 12. So what we do with the AC method, it's A times C. So I'm going to take my A multiplied by my C, which is 2 times negative 12, which is negative 24. What we're going to do now is we're going to list all the factors of negative 24, which is 1, 24, 2, 12, 3, 8, 4, 6, right? And then 5 doesn't, and that's it. And these are all plus or minus. Now there's a couple patterns here that I point out. Because this is a negative number, that means that these signs have to differ. One has to be positive, one has to be negative. If it was positive, the signs would have to be the same. So since this is negative, I know that I can't do a positive 1, positive 24, that one of them has to be negative. Now I want to look at my B term, which is negative 5. I'm going to ask myself, which one of these combinations is going to add up to negative 5? Well, that's going to be my positive 3 and my negative 8. Because if I do 3 minus 8, that gives me negative 5, which is my middle term. And if I do 3 times negative 8, this gives me negative 24, which is the number of 8 times c. So that's what we're looking for. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to split this middle term into 2 pieces. The 2 pieces we're going to split it is the 3 and the negative 8. If I have a choice, I always use my negative first. So I keep my 2x squared. Now I want to split this. into two spots. I want to do negative 8x plus 3x minus 12. Okay, so that arrow's way off. So I split it. Now, if I would combine like terms, I'm right back to the original term, the original equation. Now, from here, we're going to group these. And when I tell my kids to group, make sure there's always a plus sign in there. And I'm going to factor out now a GCF like what you worked on yesterday. You have 2x squared and 8x. Well, this has a 2x in common, and this leaves me with x minus 4. Now, if I look at a 3x minus 12, well, that's got a 3 in common, and when I factor that out, I got x minus 4. Now, this is just like the problem you just had. If we look, these are exactly the same. And then these were the GCFs up here. That's what I was speaking about when I was showing you that problem. It's going to be a GCF. So from here, this factors, which is the type of problems you have, your 2x plus 3, which is here the GCFs, and the x minus 4, the shared binomial. And then you're done. That's actually how you do the AC method of factoring, and it's the same algorithm all the time. So I think they're building you up to that, but I think you're still a little ways away. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly how they're going to teach it to you, but this is the only way I really teach it to my kids, because it's a set pattern over and over and over again. And there's videos on my regular channel explaining how to go through the different scenarios when you have a negative and a positive, different scenarios. He is like comfortable now.
How was it?
It's burning up. The overpowered explanation. What are you talking about? That's my wife's fault. I didn't want to do it. She said, do it. Do it. I gave in to peer pressure. You know how bad peer pressure is. He's mad.
Not mad.
Mad that I'm moving.
Stop.
Oh, what other questions, guys? Anybody got questions? If not, I'm going to cut this stream short and go try to figure out some more Zelda. Oh, they explain. Yeah, because I didn't know what XD means.
No, I can tell. Hey, you were.
XD means he's laughing? Or is it another face? What? It's an XD. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Just like he's laughing.
I understand that part. I don't understand how XD represents laughing.
Mouth's open.
Why wouldn't
laughing?
Why wouldn't it be like colon D?
Because there's different things for different things, James.
I don't know.
A colon's kind of like a winking emoji, so why would they use a colon?
It's a face dying of laughter. Oh, that makes sense. The extra dying. You should see my wife right now. Look, our daughter's been gone for 2 years.
This is not about, you can understand things.
No, I get X of the eyes. I get that. That's why I said it makes sense. With X being the eyes. I get it.
You're purposeful.
No.
Dad joke.
No. I had no idea what that apostrophe 3 apostrophe is, and I had no idea what XD is. Nor will I ever use them? No, because I'd actually use an emoji if I feel like using an emoji.
Keyboards? By the way.
What? He is hot. It's making me sweat. Always hot. My legs are like on fire from him.
Okay.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Okay. You didn't know that, did you?
I'm not that much younger than you.
Yeah, but you still didn't know that one, though. I don't either.
I don't use emoji.
I don't know. I don't think anybody's got math questions. I mean, we've been on here for 42 minutes. I gotta put him down because I'm about to die of sweat. He's gonna be mad. He's gonna go move the camera.
Probably.
Here, let's do a close-up. Coda. Hey. Look at the camera. Hey. No flash photography. He's so mad. Look, he's kind of smiling with the choke emoji. So look, he's kind of smiling until he grunts at me. What's up, Coda?
I think this is not a good idea. I'm mad at this.
I told you about that. That our brilliant president, and then he tried to say it with sarcasm today.
I just think it's funny. Not a good idea. I just start calling disinformation.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I could not believe Trump said that.
The new iPhone SE is.
What emoji is that? Oh, it's a dog emoji.
It's the part saying at the end.
That's about true.
It is.
Half the first round was SEC?
15.
Out of
32.
So about half, a little less.
Half.
One person less
One
than
person
half.
less.
So like 49%.
5 of the 32. 5. Girl. Queen. Wide.
They're all often. Oh no, there's one deep. Was it Divinity?
He has a bunny.
Man, no questions. What are we gonna have for dinner? You don't know? Well, I didn't pull anything out. True. We going to the store after this?
Have to.
Oh yeah, we gotta go to do laundry too. Drinking dado? What? What is detol?
I said it's about the. And did you tell that slip?
Oh. Probably. I just don't know what detail is.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that was our president. Beautiful.
So yeah, Joe Burrow. And then Davion Chase.
Gotcha. Yeah, we figured that out. We figured out it was some sort of sanitizer. Our news is blasting that comment. Like, yes, let's go ahead and drink bleach. That will be good. That would kill. Even if you didn't die from that, it's going to have horrible ramifications because you have bacteria in your intestines that helps you survive, and that would kill that healthy bacteria because there's bad bacteria and good bacteria. Bleach doesn't discriminate. It will kill everything, even if you survive that. Probably because they have multiple rounds to get through. Oh, my goodness.
But a client there was a
Yeah, but he doesn't have to be a focused
Justin
person.
Jefferson.
They need another receiver to go with Diggs.
Davion.
He'll bolster their defense. Patrick Queen. He was defense, wasn't he? For the Ravens? They've always been looking for a replacement for Ray Lewis. I don't think that'll be it. Like a defensive edge player? Like a defensive back? A defensive back, more like a defensive end? Because he plays the edge of the line.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm assuming. I don't know it as an edge. I mean, I guess if they just call it an edge position, that could be the outside defensive tackle or an outside linebacker because they play the edge of the line. No, I mean, I'm size-wise,
yes, I'm saying,
but athletic-wise, I'm not there.
5'7". But he's a
Yeah.
sense.
All right, well, I want to end the stream. If anybody got any questions, I agree. You probably won't die from the coronavirus because even with the rudimentary numbers, it's like a 94-95% survival rate, but they estimate it's about a 99% survival rate by our CDC because not everybody's been tested. But the likelihood of you dying drinking sanitizer is much higher than dying by the coronavirus. So don't do it. No matter what anybody says, don't do that. All right, I'm going to end the stream. I will be up on Monday at 5 o'clock. Talk to you then.
And 2 is 6. 2 is 6.